Yo, 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 what it is? What it is, what it is.
Okay, you don't have kids and talk about it. Okay. I don't know what this man like.
People, we is back. Y'all know I always come live on the way to get the boys. Tapping with the good people. What ain't all fucking hot outside? Tapping with the good people. What is it? That like button. Share the live. We gotta talk about this whole Youngboy situation. It's getting even tighter for Youngboy. They want Youngboy never free again. That's what it is. So he had a court date. That's how the shit in this car. Yeah, he had a court date scheduled for the 29th. That got postponed. But they also added 2 new charges. Call out what it is. It is good, brother. How you feel? Oh, it's hot as shit. Hold on. Yeah, y'all, they got Youngboy still in custody, fighting. But they just added 2 new charges. And he got to go back to Louisiana. So while he wait, he gotta go back to Louisiana. G-Man, what it is? Shit, man, you know I ready to get the boys. But y'all, you know me, y'all. You know I still feel some type of way about this Youngboy situation. Because they really treating y'all like a full-blooded, cold-hearted criminal. And that shit is amazing to me, y'all. It's amazing and it's crazy. It shouldn't be, but it's amazing to me the difference in how they treat people, yo. Like, you talking about an addict. You talking about an obvious addict, yo, and they treating this man like he a full-blooded criminal, y'all. Like, yo, this shit crazy. Now he fighting 2 federal cases. I told y'all what I think it is. I think Youngboy got a little bit too close with them people. That's how he beat that federal gun case, the first one. And then he started fucking with them. Now they fucked him over. That's the only thing that makes sense to me, y'all. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. So he got another court date scheduled in July, or was it June? June or July, because he had a pretrial. The court date got postponed for the Utah case. But while he fight that, he gotta sit in Louisiana. And his next court date for the Baton Rouge case is in July or June. But what it is though, man? How everybody feeling, man? Yeah, he was tripping, yo, but y'all gotta realize, yo, the boy young. Shorty young, yo, but young boy like 24 years old, man. I don't know why he called that shit grave digger month. Yo, but the thing is, though, they embraced it. Utah embraced Gravedigger Mountain. I seen a picture of a fucking of a train. I seen a picture, y'all, of a train. They got Gravedigger Mountain on it. So I can't even really be as hard on them about that shit because Utah embraced it. No, I don't know, y'all. I don't think you're gonna be alright on this one. I don't think. And the reason they attacked Youngboy this way, y'all, is because of his influence. That's the reason that they attacked Youngboy this way. I told y'all in that video I did. If y'all ain't see that video I did on Youngboy, you gotta go back and watch it. It's crazy that video ain't even crossed 1,000 views. But you go back and watch that video I did on Youngboy, yo. I explained it, yo. Youngboy had the biggest influence I probably have seen in the last 30 years. Like in the age ranges was from goddamn probably 9 to fucking 40. You feel me? You had everybody, well not everybody, you had a lot of people from the age 9 to 40 mimicking Youngboy. Trying to be like him, talk like him, dress like him, walk like him. And I think the feds noticed that shit early on. And they like, yo, we gotta get this boy in our possession. A lot of people don't think that's a thing, yo, because people don't understand how these people work. And I think he was fucking with him. But then he turned around and filed a motherfucking suit. He turned around and filed a suit that's gonna affect everything. If Youngboy and his lawyer can pull this off, yo, that's gonna affect so much, yo. And what I'm talking about is, it was never constitutional to strip convicted felons of their gun rights. That's what he fighting in court right now. If he can win that in court, the first federal gun case will get thrown out. The one in Baton Rouge, that'll get thrown out. But to treat this man like he a criminal, yo, when just a few years ago, it was a big uproar about addicts and this epidemic that been going on, and how these people don't need jail, they need treatment. But now you got Shorty in the same situation. Like if y'all listen to that indictment, I don't know who y'all follow, but if you follow my page, you know that indictment ain't had nothing to do with no sales of narcotics at all. You ain't hear not one person mentioned in that indictment that was selling anything. That was all people that was using. Big Sack, you say he got people killed? Has he ever been charged with any of that stuff? I don't think he ever been charged with none of that, man. I know it's been speculation. Yeah, but a lot of times, yo, people gotta understand, yo, niggas be moving on their own. Like, he might not have to actually get anybody killed. They could have just said that he had problems with it and acted on their own. You know, that is a thing. It's not always the artist or the person dropping the bag and getting somebody. That's not always the case, man. It's not always the case. But yeah, though, man, like, I just don't like it. I don't like it because I know that's not how they said they was going about this shit moving forward. Moving forward, yo, they said they was getting people treatment and things like that, but it's saying like another situation where that shit only work one-sided. It only work one-sided. Then they hit him with another gun charge. That's really how they trying to stick him. Because they know, that's why they did that. They know them drug charges ain't gonna hold but so much because he addicted. It's proven. But I also told y'all too in the video, if y'all seen the videos out there when I spoke about Youngboy, is that they created that situation. That was a situation that they created by putting them on a house arrest for 4 years and giving them pain pills. Or giving them any type of narcotic, any type of Schedule 1, but they call it a Schedule 3 narcotic. They just passed the law that they're going to downgrade marijuana to a Schedule 3. It's going to be on the same category as an opioid. Opioid need to be Schedule 1 narcotics, man. But they can't make it a Schedule 1 narcotic because that means they wouldn't be able to sell it legally. That shit got a high dependency rate. And you talking about a 20-year-old when he got locked up that already had a history of addiction. Y'all feed the addiction some more. And now his habit is out of control, and now he trying to go get that shit any way he can get it. Y'all locked the nigga up on drug charges. Like, come on, y'all, that makes sense to people? Do that really make sense to people? I think that's a bunch of bullshit. That's what I think. I think that's a bunch of bullshit. I think they been knew. I think they been knew he was doing that. Then you gotta consider. You gotta consider what he was on. It's just now went to prison, bro. And Bobby ain't had no money at that time. You gotta realize, Bobby Shmurda, he got locked up as soon as he came out. That boy ain't had no money. He probably had $300,000 to his name. Now he didn't accumulate some relationships and they probably helped him out along the way, but he ain't had no money. Youngboy got money, but it's not about the money, y'all. I think when they view that shit, I think they view influence way over money. It's about influence. Boy had a serious influence, and it successfully died down since he been going through all of these things he been going through. Like he don't got the same influence that he used to have, that he once had. That influence is gone. But if you go back 4 years ago, if you can remember 4 years ago and beyond, when Shorty hit the scene, he hit the scene hard, yo. And like, yo, I remember my kids was probably like 5, and I turned some Youngboy on, man. They be going crazy. I don't know what it was, yo, but his music touched so many different age groups. It's like a gift and a curse. But ultimately, like I said, I think that he got too deep with them people. He got too deep with them people, man. And then he tried to say fuck them. Then they turned around and did this. That's what I think. Knowing how dirty he is and how they work, that's what I think. Alright, like I think that firm. Straight up. Go watch that video I did on Youngboy, man. That video way better than the one Trap Lil Ross did. His shit did a couple million. My shit didn't do 1,000. It's crazy. I got a video coming out later though. A real video. Should probably be out like around 5, 6. I just wanted to tap in with the people, just let y'all know what's going on. He got hit with one more drug charge and one more gun charge. And I told people when they first got locked up, niggas talking about me, it sounded like it was a knife. That nigga ain't get caught no fucking knife. He got caught with a pistol. Y'all better stop listening to them other bloggers, man. Them niggas don't know what the fuck they talking about, ever. Like whenever they talking about criminal cases, them niggas be way off. Like I'm talking about so far off. They might as well not even put out the video. And it's dangerous because people repeat that shit. And they really be believing it. Just because this nigga said it and this nigga don't know shit. They don't be knowing shit. Everybody was on my line talking about, yeah, I think it was a knife or a sword or something. I think he got caught with a gun, man. What are you talking about? It's hella different kind of gun charge you can get charged with. They got so many different kind of charges. Yeah, yo, we ball. I know you say people said that. That's what they would say. Yo, he got caught with a knife. Just because it wasn't your typical gun charge. You know, because it was in his house. So they could, you know, yo, a lot of times in them situations, yo, they try to clear the books on you. Like, they really go through all the charges, the prosecutor. And they only do this to black people, I see. They'll go through all the charges and hit you with anyone that fit. I think it was a handgun. It was a legal weapon by a restricted person. People thought it was a switchblade or something. You say what? Yeah, them niggas just be talking, yo. They just be talking, yo. They be getting a lot of views doing it. That shit be crazy. I be like, damn. They putting out all this useless information. Like that video I did on Thug. That video I did on Thug is the best video that's probably can ever be made on Thug. Cause I broke down why that shit happened. How he got in that situation. These niggas ain't got the ability to do that. Right. See Thug going through it now. You ain't lying. Thug going through that shit, cause Thug ain't separated himself from them niggas. He wanted to separate himself, but he still wanted to enjoy the fruits of what they offered. That's why Thug on a RICO charge right now. He wanted to play both sides. He wanted to be a rapper and still be tapped in with them niggas, because he needed them niggas for his image. And every now and then he wanted to be down, so he'd say shit like, man, y'all ain't hit that boy yet? Yeah, man. So it looked like that he's sending a hit. But in all actuality, them niggas was gonna hit they was gonna hit Lucci anyway. Because they was the ones beefing with Lucci. I need to do a video on that ball out. That's really what that was. They wasn't hitting Lucci on behalf of Thug. They was hitting Lucci on behalf, they had beef with Lucci. Thug just wanted to be a part of it. Man, y'all boys getting soft. That's what that was. Who you talking about, TF? You still talking about Youngboy? Yo, Youngboy is going to prison this time, y'all, because he didn't play. He ain't play ball. Youngboy going to prison this time, y'all. Youngboy probably, yo, he got too much influence. It's about influence, man. The nigga got too much influence. Go back to that video when he was talking to Bootleg Kid, and he was damn near crying, and he was talking about he realized what he did to the youth, and you know what I mean? Remember that video? We was talking about what he did to the youth. He recognizes that. So what I mean by that is, the minute he decide, at the time he using it for bad, but the minute he decide to use that influence the right way, he way too dangerous to have on the streets. He is way too dangerous to have on the streets with that type of influence, because he can sway people to do whatever he want them to do. They can't have that. That's dangerous. That's dangerous to the infrastructure of this country. That's what people gotta understand, y'all. I'm actually picking my up. Whoever you is. I'm actually doing a lot. Ralph, what are you doing? Yo, but Bobby Snarl, yo, see, that's what I'm saying, y'all. Yo, when you evaluate Youngboy's situation, yo, you gotta throw influence in there. Y'all need to subscribe to my channel, yo, cause y'all not following the right people. They're not teaching y'all nothing. You gotta throw. I done covered so many cases where niggas go to prison just because of influence. Influence. If you got too much influence on the urban community, yo, you was going to prison, bro. You was going to prison. It don't matter if you did the crime or not. That's why I see murder locked up. He had too much influence. That's why Boosie got locked up. He had too much influence. Influence is a danger in this. Influence is a crime in this country. A black man with influence, yo, that's a threat. They gotta kill that. Yeah, yo, man, sleep. Hey, am I saying something wrong? Remote tiller or whatever it say. Am I saying something wrong when I talk about Youngboy and the influence that he had? I know he had the influence down there. If it reached all the way across the Baltimore. Yeah, he had the biggest song out, yo, but this is bigger than song lyrics. Bobby Shmurda didn't have anybody trying to be like him. That was cool, yo. What you trying to do? What you trying to do?
Work out again.
Bobby Shmurda didn't have anybody. He wasn't out long enough. Youngboy, I think right now, Youngboy's still the #1 streamed rapper. And he been on fucking... I forgot, y'all. I wish I had looked up this stat before I went live. But it was the stat that came out, and it was talking about Youngboy like 400 billion streams or something. Yo, like that man got reach. Right, exactly. Yeah, he had shit on Smash, man. Everybody wanted to be like him. What was that Youngboy song you used to like when you was a kid? Remember you used to rap the Youngboy songs?
I don't understand.
Outside Today. My son was rapping Outside Today. He ain't know nothing about Youngboy. I don't know what it was. Whatever it was, his music was just relatable to everybody. Everybody, man. And it hasn't been an artist to do that like that in the last 30 years. Like we talking about, you probably gotta go far back as Michael Jackson. That's what I'm talking about. In order to speak about Youngboy and the influence he got, you gotta go as far back as Michael Jackson, y'all. That's what I'm saying. Nobody else came close since Youngboy. Like we talking about influence that you don't see that often. You might see that shit every 30 years. You might see it every 30 years, y'all. And I think the feds noticed that. And they came down on him quickly. And I think the first attempt was to get him on our side. We need him on our side. And I think he was working with him for a while. That's why they put him up in Utah. And I think after a while, Youngboy said, fuck them niggas. And then they came down with these charges. Cause you can't make me believe that they just found out about this. No, man. Can't make me believe that. That man was on federal home monitor. That man was under strict house arrest. he had to have a log. He had to have a log of people coming in and out of his fucking house. Ain't no way you can tell me they just found that out. Look at this shit at the court. Still dwelling on his hoop days. Yeah, ain't no way you can tell me. Ain't no way you can tell me they just found that out. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about, T.I. So you know what I'm saying. Influence is a crime in this country. A black person with influence is a crime in this country, y'all. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. If a person tell you anything different, they lying, or they just don't know. Go back and look at the video I did on Lee Lucas. Yeah, I agree, but we ain't gonna go that route. Yeah, but see, you didn't fall as deep as some of them, man. It was grown people in their 40s and 30s acting like Youngboy at one point. They was acting like him. I got a nephew that can talk just like this nigga. I got a nephew that can talk just like NBA Youngboy. I'm talking about sound just like him, everything. He can do all that shit. The facial expressions, the walk. And it's a lot of them niggas. I remember being on Clubhouse and it was the person that used to mimic Youngboy. Sound just like him. Like, how many people have we seen? How many in our lifetime? How many times have we seen that? How many times have we seen that? I don't think we've seen it too many times, man, because you don't run across that often. Remember, when he came out, he was 16. He was a 16-year-old. Yo, what we saying right now is a result of Youngboy getting too close with them people. I'm telling you. He got too close with them people, man. And then he tried to turn around and not fuck with them no more. I'm telling you, yo. That's that. I believe that shit just like I believe tomorrow's Friday. You know what I mean? Like, straight up. Yo, ball out. They was out. I'm trying to tell you. They was out here. Yo, but he got more influence. Youngboy got more influence than Biggie and Jay-Z. You feel me? Youngboy had more influence than Biggie and Jay-Z at 16 years old. Y'all see the post, why be better? They post that shit on anything. You could be talking about how Popeye's chicken tastes. The motherfuckers that used to comment, why be better? Like, this is what I mean, y'all. Like, yo, we haven't seen nothing like that before, yo. I mean, other than you gotta go far back as Michael Jackson or somebody, yo. Never seen nothing like that no more, yo. I'm talking about when Michael Jackson used to touch people, they'd cry. Youngboy had that effect. He had that exact effect on people. Straight up. Yeah, right. A lot of people could relate to him, cause how he came out. He came out raw. He came out like a young boy that had been through some things. You feel me? And that's a lot of our community that been through some things. And the way I don't know, yo, his music, like, yo, when Shorty, I used to like him when he came out. I stopped liking Youngboy because of his influence. Straight up. I stopped liking Youngboy because I seen that he had a stranglehold on the kids and he was leading them down the wrong direction. That's why I stopped liking him. That's when I was like, yo, I don't know, I can't fuck with Shorty. And he been locked up ever since. Yo, we talking about a man that been on home monitor, yo, since 2020. The man been on home monitor since 2020. You see what I mean? Motherfuckers getting them tattooed on them. People he ain't never even met. Like, yo, that's different, y'all. And what I'm trying to get people to understand is, yo, that's a crime in this country, yo. That's a crime in this country, yo. I ain't know that. Matter of fact, I remember he did used to rap about a chick he was dealing with in Baltimore. I didn't know he had a baby by. Like I said, we talking about the #1 streamed artist. I'm talking about way more streams than everybody. Drake, fucking everybody. Matter of fact, let me save my son's phone on. Hold up, look, watch this. Watch this. Watch this, y'all.
What's this ball like?
NBA. I must have bounced or something. Let's get another. NBA Youngboy is the most streamed rapper on YouTube for the 5th straight year. This is in 2024. He been on a box for they said what NBA 3 say. Why you get in the front and get the ball? I'm just getting the back and get the ball. What NBA 3 say? NBA 3 said yo Youngboy made $100 million last year on the box. Can't nobody else do that, man. Can't nobody else do that. Straight up. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Can't nobody else say that, y'all. Let me see how many strains. Let me see the numbers and strains. He didn't suck the air out the car. What was it do? He blasted #2 Drake. Just to hear the Bad Bunny, Taylor Swift. Like, yo, do y'all hear that? Do y'all hear the name? Yo, we talking about pop crossover artists that's not streaming on YouTube more than Youngboy. Bad Bunny, Taylor Swift. Come on, y'all. Like, yo, like what Shorty was doing was different. What Shorty was doing was different, man. They can't have that on the streets. And it's not his fault. But they can't have that on the streets. No. They can't have that on the streets. It's too powerful. You too dangerous. Too dangerous. And that's why he in this situation. He was too dangerous on the streets. The judge actually just said that. He's a threat. He's a threat to society. How is a man on the box a threat to society? He's been on the box for 4 years. What do you mean he's a threat to society? Yo, before it's all said and done, 30 years down, 20 years down the line, niggas gonna be like, damn, what the fuck happened to Youngboy? And I think that's what they want. I think that's what they want, man. Tony Robinson, what it is. I think they want people to be like, dang, yo, I remember Shorty, like how we talking now. That's how they wanted to be 20 years from now. He gonna be somewhere rotting in a federal prison with a whole bunch of stories of how he used to be. Just like most people are influenced. Who else? What's the gang boss got locked up in Chicago? The one they just was trying to free. Locked him up. Another example. Another example. What's the dude, y'all? That they were just trying for Larry Hoover. Larry Hoover. Influence. Got him sitting in federal prison. Got him sitting in federal prison right now. At 70-something years old, Ray died. They will not release him because of his influence. Y'all go back and watch that video I did. Y'all see what I'm talking about. But ultimately, it's his fault for aligning himself with them people. He shouldn't have never aligned himself with them people. But he probably had the wrong people around him. We talking about a kid. Long as he been out, that man still under 25. Still under 25. Yeah, straight up, man. I ain't gonna tell y'all nothing wrong, man. I ain't gonna tell you nothing I don't believe. Motherfucker can't pay me to just say anything. Like I'll turn it down. Everything I say is authentic. That's why you don't hear nowhere else on YouTube. Go back and look at the videos that I did that everybody else did. I guarantee I said something different. He got hit with a new gun charge and and some more drug charges. Matter of fact, since I got my son's phone, let me read the article. NBA Youngboy hit with 2 new charges. Alright. Well, this is what I was talking about right here. Page not found. Damn. You can't look at the pictures? Well, this is what I was talking about right here, y'all. This is a bus. I mean a train in Utah that say Grave Digger Mountain on there. That rides through Utah. New charges were filed against Kentrell Golden, known as NBA Youngboy, related to a large-scale prescription fraud operation. Like, yo, you see how they giving people the information like he was selling these pills or selling these prescriptions, and that's not what he was doing. They called it a large-scale prescription operation. Like he was flooding the fucking streets with opioids. That's not what yo was doing, man. It's previously Garden was charged with 63 counts from Cache County authorities related to identity fraud, obtaining a prescription under false pretenses and forgery. He also faces charges related to possession of a dangerous weapon by a restricted person, engaging in pattern of unlawful activity, and possession of a controlled substance. In the new charges filed on April 26, 2024 from Weber County authorities, Galton faces another possession of a firearm by a restricted person felony charge and 2 counts of fraudulently obtaining a prescription. A recent motion filed by a Weber County Attorney's Office requests Galton be held without bail until further notice, stating the defendant is charged with a felony and there is a substantial evidence to support this charge. There is clear and convincing evidence that the defendant will constitute a substantial danger to any other individuals or to the community, or is likely to flee the jurisdiction of the court if released on bail. Even strict federal pretrial supervision was unable to thwart his criminal activities and associations, wrote Clark Holmes, Deputy Weber County Attorney. Finally, the defendant is charged with a felony and there is substantial evidence to support the charge and clear and convincing evidence that he violated several material conditions of a federal pretrial release. On April 30th, 2024, Judge Joseph Bain filed a warrant for arrest related to Galton, stating the defendant is denied pretrial release under the authority of Utah Code 77-20-1, based on the following acts: UCA 77-20-201. Defendant is a felon on felony. Defendant is felony on felony. What? Defendant is felony on felony, and there is substantial evidence to support the charge. There is substantial evidence of defendant's involvement in the prescription fraud and distribution. There is clear and convincing evidence that the defendant is a danger to the community. Yo, how are we talking about an addict that was on house arrest, that was only getting these pills for personal use, a danger to society? Like, how is that possible? We talking about a kid, a young man that been on the back since 2020, a danger to society because he got an opioid addiction. Matter of fact, watch this, y'all. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Listen to this. This is what I mean. You plan to attack opioid crisis.
Recharge with vitamin C, hydration.
Definitely a joke.
Addiction is with other opioids. How can that be? The answer tells us a lot about the addiction that's driving the opioid epidemic, which killed 33,000 people in 2015. We often think of addiction as all or nothing. People are addicts or they're sober. But opioids are so powerful that they change our brain chemistry. That's why fixing the crisis means changing the way that we think about treating addiction. Opioid is a term for drugs that bind to proteins called opioid receptors in certain cells. The binding stimulates the brain's reward system, and that releases dopamine. When you start taking opioids, this can produce a euphoric feeling and leaves your brain wanting more dopamine. At the same time, opioids slow down many of your body's processes, which is why overdoses can be fatal. If you take opioids for any prolonged period, your tolerance for them will go up, and you'll need bigger doses to get the same effect. When the opioids are gone, your body systems swing in the opposite direction. That's withdrawal. The process is so unpleasant that avoiding it becomes a key reason for people to keep taking drugs. Even if you do get through it cold turkey, you'll still crave opioids because your brain is trained to want more dopamine than it makes on its own. The vast majority of people who try to quit without assistance end up relapsing. That's where using medications comes in.
I think they was gonna come get him anyway.
There are three for opioid addiction. Methadone and buprenorphine activate your receptors to
I think they was gonna. I think they wanted information about them crimes that was going on in Baton Rouge. That's what I think. I think they wanted information. I think they wanted information on that shit that was going on in Baton Rouge. And he ain't cough it up. So they came and locked his ass. How raw what it is? They came and locked his ass up for them crimes they knew he was committing all that time. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find the article I'm looking for. Yeah, yo. About 10 years ago, y'all, they decided to stop arresting people for that shit and start getting people help. But since Youngboy is in this situation and everything he said screamed opioid addiction, they trying to send him to prison instead of it's probably, yeah, that picture was stupid as shit, but this is what I'm saying. That picture was a result of him being on home monitor for fucking 4 years. That was like a cry for help. Like, yo, get me the fuck off this shit. I don't even actually I think he don't even mind, yo, being arrested right now. But then they sends him back to Louisiana where all his problems is. But I didn't keep him in Utah. So look, so this is the crazy thing about it, right? They kept him in Utah all this time, but then they lock him up and send him back to Louisiana. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? How does it make sense? Yeah, you right, that is true. That's definitely true. How does that make sense though, y'all? How is it that they can have him on home monitor in Utah for 4 years? Now he catch charges in Utah, then they send him back to Louisiana. That's crazy as a motherfucker. What was the point of keeping him in Utah to begin with then? I don't think that make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. That shit ain't no joke, yo. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand. Like, yo, everything he did, yo, like that's what people was gonna do. If you got the means, that's right to the store. If you got the means and the money, like he got, and you can't get that shit the right way, and you tie and you spend it, yo, because people don't understand, yo, them habits are very, very, very expensive. We talking about he had a lane habit, yo. He probably was spending $50,000 a month on lane, a week, not even a month, a week. He probably spend that shit a week on lane. So eventually, naturally, you're gonna get tired of fucking spending that type of money. Plus, it's gonna be times where he can't find it. Yeah, that's true. That's true too, G man. And then there's gonna be times when you can't find it. But more than likely, I'm gonna go back to that. So then, what's your next move? You gonna try to find somebody that was busting scripts. Remember, I was the first person that told y'all what he was doing. Before the news even came out, I said, man, Youngboy was busting scripts. Because I know about that lane. I lived that life before. I know all about that shit. I'm like, man, Youngboy was busting scripts. But let me get back to G-Man. You say, 15 to 20 what? Right now. It depends. I know that shit depends on the potency. That shit depends on all that. See, now I ain't never liked that lane shit. That shit ain't never do nothing for me, so. But I know people that had problems with it. Niggas spend a lot of money for that shit. Niggas won't even share it with you. That shit expensive. But then look, this another thing we got factored in too, y'all. Now he fuck around locked up on PC. Yo, I don't know, yo, they trying to make that boy go crazy, man. They trying to drive Shorty crazy. He probably locked up on PC right now in Louisiana. 23-1, self by itself, going through it. That's what's going on with Shorty. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I can believe it. I can believe it. 20,000. You see what I mean? For a bottle. He probably running through a bottle every couple. He probably running through a bottle a day. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. People don't understand if you never lived that life, you don't understand how expensive that is. Yo, give me something to drink and some candy. Like some I don't know, yo. Just give me something to drink. I'll stop at another store, but we gotta go to the store anyway. Yeah, because it's time to get your brother, yo. It's 2:49. We ain't got time to go nowhere. Yeah, ball out, yo. But yo, we talking, yo. This is what I mean, yo. We talking about a habit that's every day. We talking about an everyday habit. Sometimes 2-3 times a day. I'm gonna tell y'all, yo. I used to have a perk habit, yo. Y'all used to spend so much fucking money on perks. I'm talking about, yo, $200 a day. All right, so let's say I'm spending $200 a day on perks, right? That's how much a week? $1,400 a week. How much is that a month? Because this is a drug you need every day, y'all. That's what I need people to understand. This is a drug you need every day. No days off. So, that's $1,400 a week. 2 weeks, that's $2,800. 3 weeks, 28, 38. That's $4,200. We talking about a $5,600 a month habit. $5,600 a month. So what's $5,600 a month times 12? He even took his phone. Yeah, what's 5,600? What's 5,600 times 12? I'm talking about y'all probably spent $1 million on perks in a 6-year time frame. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. People don't look at it that way because people don't understand. Like, yo, that is a very expensive habit. So if Youngboy was spending, if he was spending $20,000 a day on motherfucking lane, you gotta do that times 300. You gotta do that times 365. That man probably spending $10 million a year on lane. Man, you already know. Yo, we from Baltimore, yo. That perk epidemic hit hard in Baltimore, yo. And for people that know me, and that was up the heights, niggas know the role I played and all of that shit. Like, that shit ain't no joke. It is. It ain't no joke, bro. It ain't no joke. But you talking about, y'all, this man was probably spending. Like, nobody's going to do that. Like, he might have did that for 2 years. Maybe 3 years. And just was like, yo, fuck that. Because eventually you're going to do the math one day. And that shit going to scare you. Like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I really spent. Like, for me. Like, yo, I fuck around and spent $1 million on pills. $1 million. I ain't even got $1 million. But somehow, some way, I done spent that shit on pills. And people that know, them niggas know I ain't exaggerating. When my brother died, I had like 300 millis in me. I don't even remember the funeral. 300 milligrams. Yeah, yo, it ain't no joke. So somehow, some way, the money come. The money, you find the money. See, I used to have them. So it didn't really affect me that much until I didn't have them no more. And then that's when I realized how much money I was spending on. Like, oh shit, y'all spending so much fucking money on these fucking pills. But you talk about Youngboy and the fact that he was motherfucking. You talking about Youngboy and the fact that he probably was spending 20. Let's just say he's spending $20,000 a day. Ain't nobody do the math yet? Yeah, what's 20,000 times 365? Did somebody do the math? They got another phone? Right, see, G-Man, my situation was similar. You know, you not ready to talk. So, You talking about? It was 20,000 times 368 ball. I was 20,000 times 365. Man, I supposed to have been rich. I'm gonna leave it like that. But motherfucker ended up getting addicted to them bitches. 7 million. I thank you, Visionary King. $7 million. $7,300,000 a year. How many people is gonna keep doing that? So say he did that for 3 years. Say he did that for 3 years. This nigga done spent and y'all and people that don't understand, these are logical numbers based off of what Never Too Late said. These are logical numbers. If the numbers is what he said, 20,000 a bottle. Let's just say he was running through 1 bottle a day, and that's on the low end. That's on the low end. So you talking about 14 million, 21 million. You talking about 21,900,000 in 3 years. Right, in 3 years. What's your next move? Cause at that point you ain't quitting. You ain't quitting. I promise you ain't quitting. You'll try hard as a bitch. You might go a day or two, maybe a day. Because you heard what the shits do. It attaches to your brain receptors. Y'all just heard that in the video I just played. It attaches to your brain receptors, so it makes it hard. It creates a dependency. So your next step is, yo, I can't keep paying for this shit on the streets. Somebody, that's what I'm saying. Like everything he did is addict behavior. But they're trying to paint a picture like it was drug selling. And that's not what it was. It wasn't drug selling. It was addict behavior. And he don't need to be in prison for that.
The craziest thing that's happened.
What?
But some old man just came into the store and paid for beekeeping.
For you?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Huh?
The white man that just walked out there?
Yeah.
Why you ain't tell me you ain't want it?
Huh?
Tell me I want it. Man, we just let people pay for stuff for you, man. I said if it's a girl or something. Yeah, don't be doing that, y'all. People will try to bait you in. Oh, that's the nice old guy that paid for my stuff. Oh, hell no. I don't even know what he want. Yeah, don't do that, yo. Should tell him I'm good. Let's see what But yeah, though, y'all, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, when people start looking at it that way, niggas be like, all right, okay, I get it now. Like, yeah, I see why he started busting the motherfucking script. You feel me? And I don't give a fuck how much money you making. Eventually, cause that's what I thought. I was making hella money, but eventually that shit gonna break you. Nobody can sustain that type of habit. Let me get some candy, yo. What you got? You got that from the John bags? Okay. Let me get some of them eggs. Let me get some of them boys, man. Eventually, y'all, that shit gonna break you, y'all. Youngboy probably looked in his bank account and saying he had $2 million in that bitch. Oh, probably like, oh, what the fuck happened to all my bread? I made $30 million last month. $20 million this month. I only got $2 million in my account. I've been there. I had times I'm making motherfucking $3,000 a week. $3,000 a week profit. And that's they know I'm broke. What the fuck happened? Alright, spent all that shit on pills. This ain't no joke, y'all. A lot of these niggas, A lot of these niggas won't even tell you that. Niggas want to create this perfect persona. Now, I'm gonna keep that shit real. I'm like a open book. See, paid dudes, you don't know what you talking about. Paid dudes, you just talking. It's bigger than this, that. You know how many people? Where you found that? You know how many people is addicted? That's you listen to them dumbass bloggers like King AK-47 and Suddy Nash. Don't know what the fuck they talking about. Niggas just talking. Estimated number of people addicted to opioids. In 2021, estimated 2.5 million people aged 18 or older in the U.S. had opioid use disorder. $2.5 million people in 2020, and that's under 18. Imagine the kids, because the kids got this problem too. Imagine the motherfucking 14 to fucking 17 crowd. You probably can add another million onto that. Or another 200,000 onto that. I'm just trying to tell y'all, yo, that shit not that simple, y'all. Man, hell yeah, Visionary King, man, because I'm keeping that, I know, yo. I know. Yo, people don't understand, yo, especially when you got a habit, yo, that's a daily habit, yo. You gotta have it daily. You can't go a day without it. That shit'll fuck up your body. So it's not as easy as paid dudes just was saying, oh, he just supposed to quit. Nigga, I bet he tried. The fuck, know how many times I tried to quit before I actually quit them motherfuckers? That shit took years. Sure he tried. But it attached to your brain, yo. I did a video on it. Hell yeah. Man, hot and cold, chills, stomach aches, can't hold no food down. Sometimes you might even throw your back hurting. Yo, that shit ain't no joke, bro. That shit ain't no joke. That's why I tell my kids, yo, don't ever try nothing. Stay away from all that shit. Straight up. Don't try nothing, yo. Like, you don't need to smoke no weed. You don't need to smoke no shit. Don't try nothing. As long as you don't try it, you ain't got to worry about missing. You know, you can't miss what you never had. Straight up. Can't miss what you never had. Queso TV, what it is. Yup, no sleep. I forgot about that. No sleep. Up all night. You try and go to sleep. You sweating in the middle of the night. Chest be burning. Man, yo, that shit ain't no joke, man. That shit ain't no joke. And what he did was something that typically addicts would do. The next best thing is, yo, I'm going to try to bust scripts. Yo, watch that. I keep telling y'all, watch that video I did on this shit, man. Yo, people was breaking bones to get pills, man. People was breaking bones. I'm talking about breaking legs. Dislocating their shoulder. I'm talking about they doing this shit on purpose. You feel me? Yo, we ain't never seen no shit like that before, man. That shit ruthless, man. What's up, son? How was school? Hey, y'all, like, yo, we ain't never seen no shit like that, yo. Right. Right. And this lasts, and y'all, this can last for a month. You talking about quitting? This can last for, depending on how bad your habit was, this shit can last for a month. Yeah, it reduced a little bit over time, but I'm just telling you, it's possible. Yo, but I can't call a nigga stupid for doing what he did. I definitely can't call him stupid.
Say to me together.
Only nigga gonna call him stupid is a nigga that don't know nothing. Nigga don't know nothing. That shit become like your mom, like an organ. That shit become like an organ. Like nigga, you need that shit to survive. Straight up. Hey yo, what we gonna we gotta go get something from the market or something. Oh, I gotta wait. We got y'all birth certificate. I gotta get a picture of y'all birth certificate. I mean, yeah. I don't know why she got y'all birth certificate.
She cracked down?
She been to. Yeah, paid dude. You just don't know no better. You must ain't never had none in your family or seen that shit. You must ain't never seen it. I just told you that shit attached to your brain, yo. Just told you to attach to your brain, man. Which means what? That shit start controlling you. It's not as simple as yo, I got money, I'm ready to take this money and I'm ready to go to rehab. Nigga, he probably did that. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand, yo. It's not a simple fix. It's not a simple fix. To be honest, the people that fucking introduced that shit really need to be in prison. They just got sued, and that's the video was about. That motherfuckers got sued and had to kick out $52 billion. But nobody went to prison because they lied to people. They lied to people about everything. They paid doctors to prescribe the shit. Shit was a whole illegal operation. That's why I be like, yo, how the fuck is y'all so hard on us when we sell drugs, but y'all let them motherfuckers get away with? You see how many people died in that video I just played for y'all? Man, people died, hundreds of thousands of them, on some shit that they put out, and they knew the consequences of it, and nobody got in trouble. But yet, my man get caught with 500 grams. Y'all talking about it was enough fent to kill a whole neighborhood, a city of 30,000, and sentence him to 50 years. Man, fuck out of here, man. Man, fuck out of here. Y'all better get on the right side, man. I don't know. You need to go to the market.
I think go to the market tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday.
But we gotta at least go to the dollar store. Let's grab something. But yeah though, y'all, like, man, I'm trying to tell you, ain't nobody else on YouTube talking like this, y'all. Niggas not giving y'all this information. Motherfuckers be too scared to even keep it real. Or probably don't even know. Cause niggas, a lot of them ain't living like how they say they was living. Exactly, giving out football numbers. They giving out football numbers. Let a person get caught. Let a person had 2 drug charges and he get caught with motherfucking 20 grams. Yeah, you fuck around and get a whole 20 piece. But yet they allow these people to fucking lie about some shit that they knew it was potent. They lied about everything. They paid doctors off and all that shit to prescribe that shit to people. Hella people died and they walked away scot-free. Man, fuck out of here, man. I'ma always speak up against how they treat niggas on these drug charges. I'ma always speak up because I understand that shit. I'm from a city where we grew up around that shit. everybody, like my whole life. I remember my boyfriend used to steal from us. Christmas, man, Christmas next morning, everything gone. PlayStation, I mean not PlayStation, Nintendo 64 gone. Christmas clothes gone. All that type of shit. Go outside, fucking syringes on the ground. So and then I had my own motherfucking struggles. But what I'm saying is that they lied to people. But now, Youngboy is a product of that lie. His situation is a product of that lie. And look what they trying to do to him. They probably, that man facing 45 years. That man facing 45 years. Might be facing more now. They just hit him with another gun charge. I tell you, man. I better stop listening to them other guys. They don't be talking about nothing. Talking about nothing. That's why I can call them out the way I call them out. They'll never say my name. They'll never want their people to come over here and see something different. They'll never come back. They'll never come back. Yeah, y'all. It's just fucked up, yo, to see how they treat them. It's messed up to see how they treat them and how they wording it. Every time they do a story on it, they wording it like we talking about a massive drug organization. And it's, you know, that's not what we talking about. That's not what we talking about, yo. We talking about a man that was addicted to drugs, man. That's what we talking about. And that's how it needs to be viewed. That's how it needs to be viewed. Not no hardened criminal that's gonna break the law at all costs. Nah, yo, that's not what that was. Even if that's him, that's not what this is. This ain't that. Ain't no mention of none of that shit being sold. There's no mention of none of that shit being sold. We talking about a group of people that was all addicted to lane. And was doing whatever they had to do to get it. Just like the next addict. They just happen to have money. And when you got money, you got resources. That's all it was. That's all it was. No minds, nigga. Trying to tell you, man.
Okay, good.
Trying to tell you, man.
Do you want these? I just have some.
Right, and he's still, and the boy only 24 years old, man. And Madea with legal trouble his whole life. Trauma.
Too small.
We talking about trauma. You gotta mention that. We talking about a 24-year-old that been through some things.
Too small.
But they never factor none of this shit in, yo, when they dealing with us. And we are part of the problem because we allow it to happen and nobody speaks up. There's not enough people talking like me on this bitch, like, yo, hold up, yo, this niggas, yo, them niggas stupid. He got all that money. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you is stupid, nigga. You just talking.
The what?
You just talking, my nigga. Because there are people with money in these type of situations, nigga. They don't send them niggas to prison, nigga. Send them niggas to motherfucking treatment. You stupid. To be honest.
I can't do it.
I tell you, man.
Mine is sticky.
Trying to tell you, man. Yeah.
You talking?
You what? He won't eat what? Yo, what are you talking about, yo? Huh? Stop playing, yo.
Say,
Yo, say what you just said again.
Some small piece. And they said, give me, that nigga said, give me an entire thing. Yes, he did.
So what did he say? He won't do what?
I'm saying you won't give me the same size piece I gave him.
Oh, I don't know what she said.
Mine's is sticky. I can't take it.
Right. He definitely had.
Let me do something.
Yo, they had the man on home monitor for fucking. Sean, you got the card?
Huh?
They had the man on home monitor, y'all, for 4 years, y'all. Where's it at? Is it in your pocket, yo? You didn't even check your pocket. No. Here you go right here. They had the man on home monitor for 4 years. Gave him drugs, and he abused them. Yo, where was from, man? Did you leave it in the store, yo?
No. That's it?
No. They gave him drugs, and he abused it. What most people would do. But so I'm ready to get up off here, yo. I'm gonna put my mom on the phone. Hold on.
They said I can give it.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, yo. If you want to support Baltimore Swags, the Cash App, yo. And I'm out, you heard? So you don't got to, you left.